Alrighty. Kia ora tātou. Nā mihi ki a koe. E te tautoko o te kaupapa. Whātalo whātu, taupa ia, ma tauma malu le nei awhi awhi. E mō lava o te si le whawhtai, ma liwi inga le tua, a walonga anga lei, waronga whapaongi, i tātou tangata. Tālofa lava! My name is Eteroa, tusi pepa, umanga Lafaele, namula ulu. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me give you a bit of an overview of who and what I am. I hail from the heart of the Pacific, Samoa. My dad is Namura Ulu Tavita Lafaele. Now he comes from the village of Whongapoa in Whaasilianga and Sabahi. My mom is Belebe Site Le Bau Umanga, and she comes from the village of Lumuenga Tuai in Upolu. Now, even though, there's my family, yes. Now, even though I come from the heart of the Pacific, I was born and bred in a place of champions. Cannons Creek, Puriroa, Wellington. Yes. I spent 18 years of my amazing life in Wellington until I made the move in 2014 to come study at AUT University. And I studied a Bachelor's of Computer and Informational Science, and I majored in software development. Whew, what a journey! What a journey that was. But you know what? I too am a woman of tech. Because you know, we women in tech, we're strong, we're courageous, we're inspirational, not just for our fellow sisters that are coming into the industry now, but also to our brothers who watch us trailblaze everything we do. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be just speaking to you about being a woman in tech. I'll be speaking about being a woman of Māori and Pasifika heritage. So tonight, you'll be getting 3 points for no interest-free, or actually interest-free, no weekly payments, right here, right now. Point number 1, we walk in 2 worlds. Now, as a woman, and especially of Māori and Pasifika heritage, we live the best of both worlds. It's not easy, heck, it's not easy to walk these worlds, but the 2 things that I know that we do is that we learn to have balance and adaptation in these worlds. The first world that we get into is our cultured world. We are automatically entered into this world from day one. Our first words were either tālofa lava, pula vinaka, or malo lelei. And it wasn't just our language that was the things that we immersed in. It was literally our custom and our culture that was passed down from generations to come and meet us where we are right now. But in all honesty, that's literally what we all knew. That was all we knew until we reached our second world. Now, our second world came to us when we were either 5 or 6 years old, or whether we entered and started our educational journey. And that second world is called the Western world. We walked this world not knowing much. We didn't know that much, and it was a shock. And for me personally, it was a major shock. For example, if I wanted to, let's say, a form of respect in the Western world, if I wanted to show respect to a manager, I would look him in the eye, create conversation, and also, reply back. But in our cultured world, if we want to speak to an elder and show respect, we would not look into their eyes. We would put our heads down and listen to the words. So these are many clashes, ladies and gentlemen, that we have to face. But the beauty of this all is that we managed to come out open-minded. And we also have a new perspective of not just our worlds, but the different worlds around us. So, what is this? What is this thing about worlds? Well, in small terms, this, ladies and gentlemen, is called culture intelligence. It's the ability to relate and work across all cultures. And as a Māori Pasifika woman in tech, I was trained this from day one. And I'm not the only one. Many of us were trained with this culture intelligence. So, that's point 1. Point 2. We are a minority, and this affects us. This really affects us. Not just as a woman, but a person of Māori and Pasifika this year. From a Māori ICT report, there is 2.5 in the industry. Now that's Māori alone. Pasifika are similar, but also under the same boat. But women in tech are underrepresented. But not just them, Māori and Pasifika brothers, and especially our sisters. And this really affects us. Motivated for this change so that Māori and Pasifika and women can be in tech. We're educating, not just ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, not just ourselves. Our mums, our dads, our communities, the people that we see every day. We educate them, and the last is to dedicate ourselves for this change. And my last point, ladies and gentlemen, is that being a Māori Pasifika woman in tech is a gift. It is a gift. Yes, we walk in two worlds, and yes, we are a minority. But in the eyes of our people, we are a gift. Giving is an important part of our culture. And tonight, as I tell you that being a Māori and Pasifika woman in tech is a gift, well, tonight I want to bestow you all with a gift. The gift of songs. Songs are used in our culture as to talk about times of pain, struggle, celebration and victory. And as you all know, every song has a story. So tonight we will be singing you two songs, not for just your entertainment, but to give you a gift. So our first waiata is a Māori waiata, and that's our first gift to you that talks about love, hope and peace. Not just for us now, but for our people, for our industry too. And for our second song, which is a Samoan Bese, and this Samoan song means a lot to me because it relates to all of us, especially women in tech, about how it's called O Te Malosi, which means I will be strong. I will be strong no matter what happens to us. And today, as I bestow you these gifts, I hope, even though you can't understand it, don't worry, I've got you on. As we sing this song, I hope it touches you and know that you are a gift. You are a minority, but we are the effect of the changes that we do. And as I talk about all these points, I pray and hope that we will make a change for not only women in tech, but also Māori Pasifika. So I'll just call my amazing family and we'll be here to sing this song. We hope that, actually, we know there will be a massive change soon. And the best thing that we know is that even though women in tech is coming in, women of Pasifika and Māori will be coming in soon. Thank you very much. Whaftai te lava, soifua. Thank you.